Europe Remembers on tour, and with me here, two veterans, two people. They're already in their 90s and they know how it works, and they have a lot of experience. And today we celebrated the fact that we celebrate the liberation. We're looking forward the importance of freedom. So let me ask you, if we talk about freedom, if we talk about 75 years after the war, what are you thinking about, and how important is that to communicate the freedom?
Well, I like to go back to Normandy where I landed on D-Day. I like to go back there and pay respect to my friends in the cemetery there. And I hope it's a reminder to people that many young lives were lost. Victory didn't come cheap. We lost a hell of a lot of people. And I hope it teaches the powers that be a lesson that there's no more wars. We don't want any more wars.
And that it's so important to bring that message to all the people, but especially young people, of course, that they know what peace and freedom is about.
Yes, I agree with what you say. It is very important for the youngsters to know. The youngsters abroad, like in Holland, etc., as part of their curriculum, and they've only just started teaching it over here now.
How do you look back at that period, that situation, what you experienced?
I didn't last long. I landed on the 6th of June. I was wounded on the 18th of June, that's 44, and I came out of hospital in 47. I had 3 years in the hospital. I was just the Achilles all the front, the ankle shot away, just the Achilles holding my foot on. It took them a long while before they could thought of a way of filling it in so as I could have a bone graft and tendon transplant and get my foot back again.
And what do you think about the fact that we, Europe Remembers on tour, that we go in on tour to go in the footsteps of the Allied forces? What do you think about that?
Oh, I think it's a rather nice idea. I wish I could walk, I could do it. Yes. Lovely idea.
Okay. Thank you very much. Then my neighbor on the other side. We talked about liberation, we talked about freedom, we talked about this is a very important period, of course. How do you think about that?
Well, I know that we got to look after our freedom now, because I know that people will be against what I'm saying, but there will be another war as sure as God made as this one. There will be another war, because we've got the people in this country and in every other country that stir it up, and they've got the money to afford a war. This is why there will be another war. Whereas the armaments of every nation in the world, they're producing armaments and storing them up all over the world. In my opinion, that's what causes wars anyway. The people that are going into wars, that cause the wars, are never in the front line of the fighting, no matter who they are. They've got money and they go every other country in the world except where the war is.
We talked before, we agreed that we wouldn't talk about the war, but if you look back 74, 75 years after the war, what kind of feeling do you have then?
Well, I was quite happy just after the war. I had a little place, Shepperton, that I was into precast and precast housing, and I really should have stayed there and rest of my life, I think. But I was offered a lot better job, nearer home, and a lot more money, so naturally enough I done what human people do. They packed in the little job and went for the big money. Well, we built Thames Mead with a French firm called Balancy, and that's my whole life we went by then. But I had a lot of friends then and like everybody else, you make enemies as well. But, we had a good time anyway.
This is called Europe Remembers on Tour. We're going on tour in the footsteps of the Allied forces. How do you look at that?
I'm hoping I can see friends that we've made. My wife was alive. We used to travel the different places where I've been during the war, and I used to think to myself, oh, my wife would like me to go there, you know, and that's where I went, you know. But,
so it's good that we...
I've got a lot of German friends, you know, I can go to their houses and I can have a meal with every friend. We've been on holiday with them, you know, and it's a different thing altogether. They didn't want a war no more than what I did, you know, as they tell me anyway. But I know all nationalities are different. I just can't understand why people want to go and kill each other. There's so much land that they could have without killing each other.
And that's why remembering is so important.
It is, well, as you know, that's what liberty is about anyway, isn't it? I've had a few years of this going backwards and forwards to see the graves of blokes who couldn't come home, and it upsets me now. You know, I'm getting a bit old. I've done it for years, and I don't think that. Well, at 93, I don't expect I'll be good. You know, people say I should have stopped a little while ago, but it's like everything else. When you think about the things, you don't. What you got for times? You have times when you could. You don't want anything to alter, but now it's you know, things are getting better, or at least they were getting better. But now they're going to get worse again. Everybody's looking around, seeing where they can go to war now or again. It's my opinion, by the way. You know, everybody does it differently. I only say what I think. You know.
Of course, that's your opinion. Of course.
This is it. This is my opinion. You know.
I will thank you very much for being here and for being part of it. Thank you. Oh, yeah, okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.